Good morning, folks. Very sorry for the technical glitches that we've been facing. I'm honored to be here amongst illustrious company here, and I'd like to thank Dr. Srinivasan for inviting me to be part of this session. I have a personal note of gratitude here. My family has been a recipient of excellent care in this hospital, and especially Dr. Naidu here treated my wife and my father-in-law for their cancers, and they're doing really well. So I'm, a sense of gratitude to the doctors here for all the incredible treatment and care they've offered to my family. So with that, I have no background in healthcare. So probably the least qualified person here to talk about anything related to healthcare. And I was pretty AI illiterate till about a year back, where I was given this task of building a brand new cloud platform specifically to accelerate scientific discovery. So I managed to gain a little bit of AI insights, and I'll try to focus my presentation today on my strengths rather than talking about healthcare in general. So it's, let's see how it goes, right? So just to summarize what you've heard from several speakers who went before me, right? There is a significant potential in technology and specifically AI in transforming healthcare. With the significant rise in population, the rate of growth of healthcare providers isn't growing as fast. So definitely technology assistance, and specifically in the form of AI, would come in extremely handy. And you've heard several people here qualified talk about radiology, pathology, and different specialized fields in medicine that have already shown promise and significant benefits in the quality of care patients are receiving from AI. So I'm not going to dwell too much into this other than stating the fact that we have something very, very promising and something extremely powerful in our hands. And with great power comes great responsibility, right? So I wanted to, before I got into what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to first of all bring in the concept of responsible AI, right? It is very, very important to essentially tame the beast or manage the beast that we have amongst us, following certain principles and guidelines as we look at building and innovating in the space of AI. So I think in the panel discussion before this and a couple of topics Dr. Shivakumar was talking about, there was mention of bias in the models because of race and gender and the geographical location and so on. That's a classic case of what we should all strive to avoid when we look at AI, right? So these were very well accepted principles that we will all have to put to use. Make sure data that's used to train the model has gone through the necessary privacy checks. We have to make sure that everything is reliable in the sense that whatever you get is repeatable and is substantiated with data. Transparency is very, very important because you should be able to reason over the output that AI gave you. So all these are, I'm not going to read through every one of these items in this list, but it is extremely important to adhere to these principles as we look at designing and implementing AI systems that scale. Now, as I said, I have no background in AI, and when Dr. Srinivasan reached out to me, I actually got to see a cool internal demo within Microsoft where we talked about how a team of what we call as AI agents. Agentic AI is a new buzzword right now in the industry. And I saw a very cool demo within Microsoft that showed the power of how AI agents came together to form a tumor board to assist doctors in the diagnosis journey. So the demo actually became pretty popular within Microsoft that it actually became a product. And we launched it a couple of weeks back at our Build conference. Our CEO actually talked about it at the Build conference. So I'm going to play a short video that explains how agentic AI can be used in the field of medicine. And I'll then talk a little, for the technocrats out here, I will talk a little bit about how a system like that has been architected. So with that, let's see if the tech gods are favorable to me.
Stanford Medicine is at the forefront of cancer research. In the context of treatment, tumor boards are a really important meeting of many different clinicians who convene because a patient presents in a way that they're not familiar with.
You have to pull together information about medications, any procedures, radiology, labs, a patient's history, as well as the medical literature. There's not just a lot of information that you need to bring together for the tumor board, it's that information is fragmented in a bunch of different places.
Stanford runs about 4,000 tumor board meetings per year, pulling through real-world evidence, pulling literature, pulling clinical trials. Those are things we do manually, and we can't do them 4,000 times per year.
The healthcare agent orchestrator is a way of bringing all this together at the beginning so that we can help make patient decisions more efficiently, faster, and perhaps more accurately.
This is an agentic AI solution deployable through Azure AI Foundry. We've been able to build, customize, and deploy our own agents, with this first use case being a tumor board. There's an orchestration layer that allows all of the different agents to dispatch and to provide a comprehensive report to a clinician that brings together all of these disparate information sources. And this really powerful thing that Microsoft has incorporated into its agents is grounding within specific clinical notes.
They're already using Word to summarize things. They often make PowerPoint slides. This enables us to put everything in an integrated setting into one summary.
It took just a few lines of code to deploy these agents into Teams so that we could start interacting with them directly.
The more integration between all these systems, the less effort they're spending on those mechanical things, the more effort we can spend at actual decision making that we're experts at.
It's being delivered as a platform on which we can build. We can package things to share with others so that community hospitals get access to the same kind of capability that an academic medical center does.
If we work faster and we come to better decisions with better information, that itself, that's a revolution.
We want to develop tools that will not only help our physicians at Stanford, but help physicians all over the world. I think it's going to be transformative.